The Chicago Bears entered this week expecting to lean heavily on a defense built around newly extended playmakers. But things took a sharp and troubling turn when Kyler Gordon was ruled out moments before kickoff with yet another soft tissue injury, this time a groin issue during warm-ups. It wasn't the kind of blow any team wants minutes before facing its biggest rival, and the reaction inside the Bears building revealed some frustration that has been brewing for a while. Gordon, who has battled hamstring problems, groin flare-ups, and recurring lower body setbacks for multiple seasons now, once again found himself sidelined at the worst possible time. The Bears desperately needed him against Green Bay, not only because of scheme, but because he was supposed to be one of the foundational pieces of this defense after signing a 3-year, $40 million extension. Yet through the early stretch of the year, he's barely been available. One local reporter described how the injury occurred unexpectedly during pre-game warm-ups, leaving the coaching staff scrambling and the defensive game plan instantly compromised. The reaction from fans ranged from disappointment to outright irritation, and it appears the coaching staff feels something similar. Head coach Ben Johnson didn't hide his feelings when speaking about the situation. He acknowledged Gordon's talent, praised what he brings when he's actually on the field, and admitted the team is stronger with him available. But then Johnson said something that turned heads across Chicago. He admitted that he still doesn't have a feel for the individual, because Gordon simply hasn't been on the field long enough to build a meaningful connection. At this point in the season, especially while the Bears are still fighting to climb the playoff ladder, those are strong words. When the head coach says he doesn't really know one of his highest paid defenders because the player is never available, that's not subtle. That is frustration spilling out publicly. The numbers make it even tougher. Gordon has only appeared in 3 games, posting 7 total tackles and 1 fumble recovery. For someone earning over $13 million per season with more than $31 million guaranteed, these returns are glaringly underwhelming. Meanwhile, other defensive players, including those making far less, are consistently contributing every week. It's not just the staff feeling the weight of Gordon's absence. The Bears missed his coverage ability dramatically, especially during key moments against Green Bay. One of the most painful examples came on the touchdown surrendered to Christian Watson, the kind of play where a healthy, available Gordon might have been a difference maker. The Bears know injuries happen, but they also know availability is a skill. And when a high-paid cornerstone continues to miss time, year after year, patience can only stretch so far. Chicago now faces a difficult reality. The extension they hoped would solidify the defensive backfield is starting to look like a risk rather than a reward. No one is calling Gordon a bad player, far from it, but the Bears need him on the field, not working with trainers or watching from the sideline. Before moving forward, the coaching staff is hoping for both recovery and accountability. The team needs Gordon healthy. The coaching staff needs him available. And the fans need reassurance that one of the most expensive defenders on the roster will eventually turn the corner. But as of right now, that corner still feels far away. While the defense dealt with Gordon's absence, the offense faced its own head-scratching issue, the mysterious disappearance of star wide receiver DJ Moore from the game plan. With another top receiver unavailable due to injury, it should have been a perfect opportunity for Moore to take on a huge workload. Instead, he finished the game with just 3 targets, 1 catch, and -4 yards. For a player earning elite wide receiver money and known for producing at a high level with multiple quarterbacks, that stat line was nothing short of stunning. Head coach Ben Johnson addressed the issue head-on, admitting the staff expected Moore to be heavily involved going into the game. He even said they planned to feature him more than any other offensive player, but somehow, the game unfolded in a way that left him almost invisible. The situation is especially concerning because Moore has established himself as one of the league's most reliable receivers. Even during seasons with offensive instability, inconsistent quarterback play, and shifting coordinators, Moore consistently delivered impressive production. But this season has been unusual. While rookie quarterback Caleb Williams continues to grow into the system and develop chemistry with his weapons, Moore has not seen the volume many expected. His contract, a 4-year, $110 million extension, signals how important he is to Chicago's long-term plans. Yet the usage hasn't matched the investment. Through the current stretch, he has 39 receptions on 66 targets, averaging 12.8 yards per catch with 3 touchdowns. Those numbers are solid, but not reflective of the kind of explosive playmaker he has proven himself to be. Chicago's offense works best when Moore is heavily involved early and often. A simple slant, a quick-out route, a designed opening play just to get him the football, anything to establish rhythm. Too often, the Bears rely on screens or slow-developing plays that give defenses time to collapse on him. When Moore receives the ball with space, he creates problems for opponents. When he barely gets opportunities, the offense loses one of its most dangerous weapons. Caleb Williams is still adjusting, learning how NFL defenses respond to his movement, his eyes, and his reads. But one of the easiest ways to support a young quarterback is by letting him build confidence through his most reliable receiver. Whether it's deep shots, crossers, digs, or quick timing routes, Moore should be the first read in many of these situations. Before we continue, this is the perfect moment to say this. If you're enjoying content that dives deep into Bears storylines and breaks down real issues inside the team, make sure to subscribe. The more you engage with these breakdowns, the more we can keep bringing you honest, passionate, high-quality Chicago Bears coverage that goes beyond the surface. Let's continue. The Bears' offense has all the pieces to be far more explosive than what we've seen. But they cannot afford to treat their best wide receiver like a decoy. Getting Moore going early doesn't just help him, it forces the defense to adjust their coverage, opening opportunities for other weapons to shine. Chicago doesn't need trickery or complicated designs to fix this. They need intentionality. They need a plan that recognizes Moore's value. And they need chemistry between their rookie quarterback and their star receiver to develop quickly, especially with divisional matchups intensifying late in the season. Beyond injuries and offensive struggles, one storyline stole national attention: the handshake moment between Ben Johnson and Matt LaFleur following the Bears-Packers showdown. The two coaches have a short but fiery history. Johnson has never sugarcoated how he feels about beating Green Bay, famously saying in his opening press conference that he enjoys beating Matt LaFleur. Those comments didn't go unnoticed, and as expected, they resurfaced in the lead-up to this game. After a tight, emotional battle between two heated rivals, the post-game handshake became a major talking point. To some viewers, it looked cold. To others, rushed. And to many, it looked like two men who had unfinished business. Later, commentators added fuel to the fire. A well-known former quarterback pointed out that both teams had extra bulletin board material heading into the matchup. He said the handshake looked as icy as the weather, and with temperatures below 10 degrees, that was pretty icy. But context matters. Johnson explained afterward that every handshake he's had this season has been quick because no one wants to stand around in that brutal cold. LaFleur also brushed off the moment, saying everything was fine and that both sides were simply ready to head inside. Still, the tension was real. LaFleur reportedly didn't appreciate the comments Johnson made months ago, and the two coaches didn't exchange long pleasantries after the game. That's perfectly normal in a rivalry where emotions run high, and where both teams believe they have something to prove. What matters more is this: Bears vs. Packers is alive again. It has bite. It has pride. It has that edge Chicago fans have been missing for years. And we're going to see these two teams meet again, very soon. In just 2 weeks, the rematch arrives, this time in Chicago. With playoff implications still hanging in the balance, and both teams trying to gain traction late in the season, the next showdown will be unforgettable. No theatrics needed. No off-season comments required. Just two teams, two passionate coaches, and one of the greatest rivalries in sports ready to write its next chapter.